Hey guys, we are back with some more Seattle franchise mode, and we're finally gonna get year number 4 started up right now. But one thing I want to do before we get it going is offer an extension contract to Jonas Brodin. He does want an extension, he's 27 years old, and take a look at his attributes here. 27 years of age, I don't see anything concerning. Take a look at his stats. And ignore the plus minus. He's pretty much out there for every goal against when we were a bad team. And we're still kind of, in that transitional kind of period. And but you take a look at his hits, his blocks. He's a very solid defenseman. So we do need to re-sign him here. He wants a 4-year extension for 5.275. So I will give him 5 years. Let's see if I could give him for 5.3 for that term. All right. So let us get into the season, but not before we check out the captains, because we are going to go forward with Jonas Brodin as our captain. He's been here since day one, and I feel like this team is ready for a captain. Now that we have some solid young guys here like Filip Zadina and Pete Boychuk, I think it was just time. And Joe Pavelski and Jake Gansel are the alternates. So let's get right into preseason. One thing I should mention before we get started, I did turn injuries off for the preseason because we don't need any of that nonsense happening. But we will turn it on as soon as we get to the regular season. So let's get right through the preseason right now. And I'm not even really going to waste your guys' time here. We're just going to skip right past this, get pretty much right to the regular season. So see you guys in 1 second. But not before Jonas Brodin signs long-term. Very nice. All right, now let's get to the regular season. Okay, so we have gone 5-1-1 in the preseason. Not bad at all, but doesn't matter too much, as we all know. And Derek Pouliot continues his hot streak from last year, going into the preseason with 7 points in 7 games. Timothy Liljegren, not bad. 7 points in 7 games. Philip Danault with 6. Boucher with 6, Toffoli with 6, Zadina with 4 goals, not bad. Pavelski with 5 points, pretty solid all around. Okay, so let's check out goaltenders, see what Korpisalo has done. Oh baby. 944 save percentage, a goals against average of 2.02, and only 5 goals against in 3 games. So Ward actually played more than Korpisalo for some reason, so I'm curious as to why that is. I don't think I had Ward in there in the starting role. Let's just double check that just to make sure. Not too sure why he got 5 games and Korpisalo only got 3. Yep, Korpisalo is indeed in the starting role, so don't know what that's about, but we'll just leave it be. So let's go to the settings here and turn on injuries once more. All right, that's done. Now let's go to progress reports, because there is one thing worth noting here. Reed Boucher, look at that. 77 is what he is originally, and he is boosted up to an 80, sort of like a JT Brown situation here. So if we see his production slow down this year, we might want to think about trading him, though he is on a 1-year deal. So if we were to do that, we would have to do it by the trade deadline. So just letting you guys know of that, so you can take that into account for when we get to the trade deadline. And if we're considering making moves, and if we need a draft pick by chance, we might want to snag one up for Reed Boucher. But that's a while from now. Let's get into the regular season of year number 4. Waivers will be in effect starting October 14th. Yep, that looks good. We are all set to go for the opening game against the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's do a slow sim this game. Let's see if Filip Zadina can get his first NHL goal. First period. Not bad. Kreider, Boucher, and Pulock. So the new acquisition in Chris Kreider getting his first goal in Seattle. Second period. Not bad. Abraham Petrovich with his first NHL goal. Very nice. All right. And third period, and that is going to be a 4-3 win against the Chicago Blackhawks, starting out the season pretty nicely. And let's hope we can continue that against Buffalo. Remember, we're not in tank mode. Now, we're still technically rebuilding, but we're not, trying to lose now. Like we were for the past 3 years. So, game against Buffalo. First period, goal by Bo Youth. Second period, goal by Evander Kane. And third period, that is going to be a 4-0 shutout in Seattle, or in Buffalo, I should say. So that is kind of brutal, but, it's only game 2. Not going to worry about that too much. Oregon player Tuukka Pistola has been injured. I'm going to do assistant coach replace player. Probably just going to put a backup defenseman in there for the time being. And Nashville. Let's see. I'm just going to do this low sim until Zadina gets his first goal. I really want to see that. First period. Reed Boucher with the goal on Rene. Then Niederreiter and Johansson with the goals on Korpisalo. Second period. Nothing doing. And third period. Goal by Ivan Kosarenkov. But that is a 4-2 loss against Nashville. So not the greatest start to the season. Just... at the moment, but maybe we could turn things around pretty quickly here. I've reviewed this year's draft class briefly. In general, I feel it would be a good year for rookies. That's good to know. Game against Anaheim. Let's do it. Come on, Zadina. Get your first goal so we can get to the quick sim. First period, goal by Chuck Hardigan on Evans Fitzpatrick. Second period, goal by Derek Pouliot on John Gibson, but goals by Nick Ritchie and Andre Casse on Korpisalo. Third period, and goal by Reed Boucher, and then another goal by Casse on Korpisalo. Going into overtime here. Let's see who's going to win it. And we're actually going to a shootout. And it's going to be the Ducks in a shootout. So we do get a point out of that against a division rival. So, not bad. Not bad. Every point matters. All right, game against Colorado now. Come on, Zadina. I need you to get your first goal here so we can move along with this video. First period. Goal by Abraham Petrovich. All right, not bad. Not bad, buddy. Second period. And Reed Boucher. All right, Reed Boucher has really proven his worth here. Glad I haven't traded him yet. Mikko Rantanen with the goal on Korpisalo. Third period. Chuck Hardigan and Pete Boychuk with his first of the year. All right, still no Philip Zadina, so we're gonna keep doing this till Philip Zadina gets his first goal. So maybe against the New York Rangers here, that'd be a good first goal. Oregon player Nicholas Hansen injured with a sore, injured shoulder. Yep, estimated return is October 31st. Replace player. Okay, Pistola is back. Jeez. All right, I mean. That's what we got to do with the injuries. Oh, he's already back in. Okay. Don't know why it forced me to go in then. All right, New York. Let's see if Philip Zadina can finally get his first goal here. First period, goal by JT Miller on Korpisalo. Second period, goal by Petrovich once again and Jake Gensel. So I believe Reed Boucher and Abraham Petrovich are actually leading our goal scoring so far this year. And third period, goal by Reed Boucher. Speak of the former Devil. So, I mean, no Zadina just yet, but we're getting a lot of depth scoring here. So that's always good. WHL defenseman 6 weeks. And Carolina, this will be the game. Still, he's re-injured. All right, replace player. Carolina. Sim game. Come on, Zadina. You got this, buddy. Game number 7 of the regular season of Zadina's career. First period. And goal by Pavelski and Petrovich. Petrovich is actually on fire. And Joe Pavelski with his first goal in a Seattle uniform. Second period. Oh, dear. Goes by Gutierrez and McKellen. And then third period. Nothing doing. That's going to be a 4-3 win for Carolina. Come on, Zadina. Yeah, get it going. I don't want to go through this entire video without having you score, buddy. Come on. Goal. Try to get a goal versus Pittsburgh here. See if you can end off the month strong. First period. Ryan Pulock with the goal, but Sprong, Rust, and Hagelin with the goals on Korpisalo. Second period. Goal by Phil Kessel. Okay. And third period, nothing doing, unfortunately. So we went through all of October without seeing a Philip Zadina goal, unfortunately. But That's fine. He's got a while to go. He's only, what, 20 years old? And that was only his first month in the NHL. Yeah, sure. Replace player. All right, Calgary. Come on, Zadina. We both have the same record here. Seattle and Calgary do. So first period, goal by Joe Pavelski on Brian Elliott. Second period, goal by Chuck Hardigan. Third period, 2-0 shutout victory for the Seattle Emerald Empire. So that's pretty impressive right there. But you know, I'm just not gonna say his name anymore. Maybe he's feeling too much pressure. Okay, so we're just gonna go into every game with the same expectation, but the same hope in the back of our mind that he'll score. So first period, goal by Chuck Hardigan, goal by Martin Hansel for Vancouver. Second period, goal by Jake Gansel and goal by Jake Virtanen. And third period, there you go, Petrovich, Lawton, and Boychuk with the goals. All right, 5-2 victory against Vancouver. So we're definitely not a bad team. We're just, you know, it's one of those, again, it's one of those tweener years. Philadelphia. All right. That was game number 10 as well, so already a decent chunk into the season here. First period, goal by Chris Tierney on Hart. Second period, goal by Joe Pavelski. And third period, there you go, Pavelski, Toffoli, and Pavelski. Is that the hat trick for Pavelski? I believe it is. Yes, it is. That is the hat trick for Joe Pavelski. Very impressive performance for him. So Vegas, they are 4-5-2. We are 6-4-1. Let's prove that we are the better expansion team of recent years. First period, goal by Joe Veleno. Second period, goal by Philip Zadina. There it is. All right. There we go. And then the goal by Chris Kreider. Third period, there you go. Jonas Brodin, our captain, with the insurance marker. So we could finally get to the slow sim. Let's sim up to the game against Arizona, and then we'll check on the stats. That was a long time coming, that goal for Philip Zadina. About 11 games in or so. Or I think that was game number 12 versus Vegas, so took him a little bit, but maybe now the floodgates are open for him. So New Jersey Devils 4th rounder for Jacobs and a 6th. No, thank you. Don't need to mess with that right now. 4-1 win versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Very nicely done, boys. 8-4-1. Keep it going. There you go. All right. One loss once in a while doesn't hurt. I mean, that's the first loss this month. So Samuel Setaguchi has been injured with a neck strain. His estimated return is November 24th. Replace player. Florida, 3-1 loss. All right. Get back into that winning column, boys. All right. Yeah, you knew this was going to happen for this team. It's not perfect yet. I'll just continue. He's probably going to get re-injured with our luck. St. Louis, ooh, okay. 9-1. There you go. There's a solid win against San Jose, 2-1 victory. LA, overtime loss. All right, I'll take it. That's points. Edmonton, 5-2 loss. That's kind of brutal, but we end off the month 10-10-2, so doesn't look like we're in solid playoff contention as of yet. But oddly enough, we do hold a wild card position. But we are like pretty much tied by, I'm going to say, 5 other teams. I know it's not literally tied, but it may as well be tied with how close it is for the second wild card. I mean, even for the first wild card, Dallas has 23. So it's still a very close race. It's still, the playoffs are still very much attainable at this point. So we're going to check out the stats, see who's doing what. Derek Pouliot, once again, leading the point scoring for this team. Very impressive for a defenseman of his caliber. Joe Pavelski with 11 points. Abraham Petrovich on the 4th line with 11 points, getting it done. Timothy Liljegren's very nice, very happy I gave him the chance. 11 points so far in 22 games played on the top 6 pair. So that's pretty nice right there. Jake Gansel with 10, Hardigan with 10, Boucher with 9, Kostarankov with 9, Kreider, Brodin with 9, Boychuk with 8, solid. Toffoli with 8. Zadina. Oh, yeah. Yep, there you go. See, it took him 12 games to score his first goal, but after that, in the next 10, he scored another 4. So the floodgates, the floodgates have definitely opened for Philip Zadina there. And Chris Tierney with 6 points. Scott Lawton with 6. Pulik with 4. Dano with 4. And Tanev with 2. Let's check on Korpisalo. 919, not too bad. 919 for both goaltenders. 2 shutouts for Korpisalo. Cannot complain. And a goals against average of 2.33. So hopefully he can get that a little bit more up there. Maybe more towards the mid to higher 920s mark. But other than that, not really too much to complain about. Let's check out the team stats. See if there's anything that can be changed to help out our fortunes a little bit. I mean, goals for per game, yeah, I mean, that's expected, 2.45. And then goals against per game, you know, that's not too bad. 2.5 for this team, really not bad at all. Power play is a 18.8. That's pretty solid, actually. For this division especially, San Jose is just taken off. And then Vegas with 20%. But then we're sitting at third with 18.8. Not bad at all. And the penalty kill, that's a different story. So these stats are a little weird here. A little backwards almost. Like, we're not scoring as much as we should, but we're scoring a lot on the power play compared to other teams in our division. And we're keeping the puck out of the net fairly decently, but not on the penalty kills. So that's a little odd, I gotta say. So we will, I guess, shake up the penalty kill a little bit. Part of that might be Derek Pouliot. I don't know. But we gotta mix something around for it. You know, it's just not working. So special teams, let's see. I think I might, why is that showing Pulik? All right, there you go. I might take Lawton off the penalty kill just to put him in for Pavelski. Oh, Pavelski's got that 85 for faceoffs. So I might want to consider that. What's Lawton done so far this year? -5. How many hits? What's he done here? 31 hits. What's Pavelski's physical category looking like? 77, so he probably doesn't throw too many hits. No, he doesn't, but still almost a hit per game. All right, I might take off one of these guys then. Petrovich, 13 hits, +7 though, so he's been pretty solid. Hardigan, +10, 6 hits. Okay, I think, no. Hardigan, Petrovich, and Tierney have to stay on because they're on the 4th line. I will take Lawton off for right now, and I will put on Joe Pavelski on the penalty kill. See if that helps out. I will do the same thing for the 3-on-3, as he is at the top of the list. And I might, honestly, now that I'm seeing that 85 for faceoffs, I might try Pavelski at center instead of Gansel. I'd move Gansel over to the right wing or something. Or maybe even spread it out, put Gansel on the second line. Alright, I'm going to try Pavelski in the middle. And I guess for right now, we'll leave Gansel on the first line right wing. We'll see how he does there. I'm going to do the same for the power play. Just see how that changes our fortunes a little bit. Hopefully for the better. So let's continue on with the simulation. Let's go up to January 1st. And hope we can get some good luck here. There you go. 4-1 win against Arizona. 4-1 loss against Tampa Bay. So a little back and forth right there. Amateur Scout. We will go goaltenders for a month. Don't need to do too much for that. 6-1 loss versus Dallas. Ooh, that's brutal. Got some points out of Montreal. Got a win out of Washington. And Philip Dano has been injured with the sprained ankle. Ooh, okay. So, this is the first NHL injury we've actually had all year. So this is where we have to put in Chris Kunitz. Getting his first action this year. I will put Tierney actually on the second line instead of Lawton. Lawton's a better checker, I believe. And then Tierney might be better, slightly better offensively. And then we will put Petrovic in the middle for the fourth line, and then Kunitz on the left. Jesus, 41. All right, that looks to be it, though. You know what? Penalty or power play, right? All right, so I think this is where we give Filip Zadina a little bit of time on the power play. I'm not going to keep him here permanently, but it's an opportunity for him to grow a little bit. He does have a 78 for faceoff, so I might keep him in the middle. Boucher 65, Toffoli 60, Gansel 70. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave Zadina in the middle for the power play. I'm going to see how that works out until Philip Danault gets back. Shootout loss versus Detroit. Let's see. Kevin Hayes and a fifth from Calgary for a second, a third, and Jacobs. No, thank you. Don't need that. Don't need to be trading seconds and thirds right now. As much as I already have been kind of trading them. Usually when I trade seconds and thirds, we get firsts back, and that's not available there. I'm going to continue for this just because I don't want Danault to get re-injured, as we've seen multiple times already in this GM mode. I'm going to continue a few more days without Philip Danault, and we'll get him back for the game against Nashville. All right, 5-1 win versus Buffalo, perfect. And we are at 14, 15, and 4, so we're starting to slide down a little bit. I don't know if I feel comfortable enough to make a trade just yet to try to improve our team, but we'll just keep going as planned. So, Philip Danault, get back in there. You are completely healthy, so I will actually put Lawton on the fourth line. I'll put Tierney on the third. We'll see what that does, and then, yeah. Okay, so, I mean, I don't want to take Liljegren off. He's been doing too well. Pulock, yeah, the defense is fine for right now. I think our main thing is just goal scoring, so let's, or you're not. I'll leave Zadina on there for the rest of the month, and then after we check the stats, I will replace him with Danault on the power play. Oof, 5-2 loss versus Nashville. Oof. All right, but at least we got an overtime win versus Anaheim. Chris Tierney. Oof. Chris Tierney has been injured with elbow surgery. Estimated return is March 12th. You rough. All right. Well, looks like Kunitz is a shoo-in for right now unless we can find a trade, because that's brutal. So let's get Kunitz on the left wing of the fourth line. Get Petrovic and Hardigan back together. Lawton, Zadina, and Kosarenkov. We may as well replace Danault with Zadina on the power play. And penalty kill. So who was there? It was Tierney. So I'm going to say we put Petrovic there, Hardigan up here, and then down here we will put Kreider. Yes. All right, let's see what that does. Then 3-man, instead of Pavelski, or instead of Kunitz, we will have Danault, actually. All right. Hopefully that works out, and I'm going to put Korpisalo in there. And hopefully that works. Actually, you know what? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Gansel on the second line, Boucher in the first. I just want to get something going, you know? So we'll see if that works. Maybe get a little more depth scoring there. Colorado, 3-0 loss, of course. All right, we'll go one more month, and then I think at that point we'll know, we'll have a better idea of what the status of this team is. As of right now, it's not looking too good. We will go to America for 6 weeks. We would basically need to go on like a 3-1 win-loss ratio, I think, from now on to make the playoffs. But there's a good start there. 3 wins. And, of course, a loss. So, cannot complain. That's what I that's what I wanted. So, I do not want Andre Mazzaros. Vancouver, If you could get a win here, guys. Nope. All right. Philadelphia. There you go. 2 wins in a row. I'll take it. That nullifies those 2 losses. Then, of course, there's a loss. So if you could get a win here, that'd be great. Nope. All right. I think the future, at least for this year, for this team, is looking like we'll be sellers at the deadline. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. I could feel it. I could feel like, I don't know. I just feel we're getting, yeah. I mean, that says it right there. Derek Pouliot leading the scoring with 28 points, 48 games in. That is absolutely ridiculous. So, Tyler Toffoli with 25 points, Joe Pavelski with 23, Liljegren with 23, Boucher with 22, Gansel with 20, Kreider with 19, Petrovic with 18, Boychuk with 16 so far, and he's an 86 overall. Look at that. He's gonna be good. 93 offensive awareness. Wow. All right. Looking forward to that down the future. Chuck Hardigan, 16. Kosarenkov, 15. Danault, 15. Zadina with 14. So he's slowed down a little bit, unfortunately. Brodin with 12. Lawton with 9. Puluk with 7. Tierney with 7. Kunitz with 5. And Tanev with 5. Let's check out Korpisalo. 919 save percentage. Stayed consistent with that all year. 2.42. Not so much for Cam Ward. Only a 904 save percentage for him. Not that great. And let's check on the AHL while I'm thinking about it. Watermaku with 35 points. Yuri Malkin with 31. Actually, how's the other Malkin doing? May as well just check rookie skaters here. Setaguchi with 17 points in 16 games. Not bad at all. Moroza with 17. Actually, you know what? That's very good. Samuel Setaguchi, 17 points in 16 games, I should say. I said pretty good before, but no, that's really good. Josh Anderson with 10. Popovich with 7. Ackerman with 6. Pavel Malkin with 6. Okay. So he's not doing too much down there just yet, but he is only on the 4th line, don't forget. Only getting 9:43 of ice time each game, so slowly developing this guy. And we'll back out here. And that should be about it for this one. Let me know what we should do heading closer to the trade deadline. I think I just don't see it in this team just yet. So what should we do from here? Do we start the intentional tank to get the best odds at another solid pick, or what do we do? You guys gotta help me out here, because I mean, we have a solid team. We have a solid, base with Zadina and Boychuk and Korpisalo. But it's clearly just not there yet. We need to take another step forward in terms of offense, because, I mean, clearly, since Derek Pouliot is our leading scorer, so that needs to change. So let me know what we should do. If we should pull off the intentional tank, just get Korpisalo out of here for the rest of the year, maybe start Ward, and then, I don't know, maybe take some of the veterans out, trade some guys, like maybe Reed Boucher, who's on the last year of his contract. But then again, he scored 15 goals this year. That's probably like second highest on the team, or if not highest. Let me just check here. Yeah, that might be highest on the highest on the team. Toffoli, 10 goals, 11, 5. Yeah, that might. I think Boucher is our leading goal scorer at the moment, unless someone on defense is, which would surprise me. Yeah, yep, Boucher is our leading goal scorer so far this year. So again, that needs to change, obviously, for the future. But what do we do for this year? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.